Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Balance of Opinions podcast with your guy, King Crush Glass, and my famo.
I Vinci, starve the ego, feed the soul.
And my other famo.
Sam. Just Sam.
Just Sam.
Just
Sam.
Sam.
That's how you know she's from the East, you know. Not niggas is like, say what? You trying to get the whole government?
When you guys are AKA,
you only getting a quarter of the govy. You know what I'm saying? So today we're going to talk about this episode. This is probably like what, 6-7 months old, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Off the Joe Budden Network podcast. These three ladies, I can't remember their names because only one of them I can rock with, and the other two I don't know where they got the animosity from, but you know it's the way life is. But I think we should get into the clip. My brother cut out a couple clips and put them together. So go ahead, Brody, run it down, and then we'll get into discussion.
And by the way,
Wait, we getting it?
I didn't even mean to, but it just crossed my mind. Like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all grown ass men running around losing your minds over a PlayStation 5? It's called a PlayStation. Y'all are not that serious about doing nothing else. Y'all haven't been that serious about nothing or committed to nothing else.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Grown man is spending that much time playing video
There's
games.
There's a lot of grown men spending a lot of time.
And
on
I don't think that I don't think that you could be a great partner or a great lover as a grown man spending time playing video games.
Yeah, but in my 20s,
I'll be honest with you. Not if I think of the top 10 best dicks I've ever had, they didn't play video games. So I'm convinced video games are for mediocre dicks. I don't want my man coming to me like, man, you won't believe the weapons I got today. No.
Speak directly to the failed athletes of America.
Uh-oh.
Most of y'all are complete trash at 2K and Madden. And y'all are dying. Y'all are literally spending what should be saved in your account because we don't know next time we get a stimulus check. Y'all are spending y'all hard-earned stimulus money on a console, a game console, and y'all are trash. Y'all suck at sports in real life and at the video game. I'm so baffled. I don't understand. Like,
stop it. Get some help.
I had to explain to her, you know, it's literally like when the new Jordans drop and everybody is like trying to get it first and be the one to have it first. Like it's somewhat of a similar thing with the PS5.
They was talking on Twitter, talking about, you know, because a lot of men are asking their women for this game. It's like how we treat bags, apparently, they said. Like, damn, men can't want for nothing. But this is something that I guess a lot of men want. So they want their significant others to buy it for them.
I am the one, the way your son don't need
So who wants to start first?
Oh, man.
I mean, maybe we should talk to the lady, the woman. Let her say what she got to say first before I get to the flaming.
Agreed.
I feel like you know me better, and like to know that like I don't agree with it. I feel like one, if you're playing video games, I know where you are. No problem. Stay home, play your games. I also think like just because something is not interesting to you doesn't mean that it's stupid or whatever. I feel like that's really like big, like nagging energy. I don't want you to come home and play video games 6 hours after work. Maybe we could chill a little bit. Maybe you could play some video games with him. But like, I wouldn't say that it's like, oh, grown men don't play video games or whatever the case may be, or it comes from some failed basketball career, because not everybody wanted to be a basketball player. And if you suck, you suck. Keep playing, maybe you get better. I don't know.
Okay. For me, at the end where she touched on the whole bag thing, this is my problem that I have sometimes with women. I love my wife to death, you know what I mean? But sometimes stuff that they're interested in, they assume that we're interested in. And it's not I'm not trying to downplay my wife in the sense like she buys bags like like nothing. You know what I mean? She gets on my case about my motorcycle because my motorcycles cost me a few racks because I had to fix this and fix that, right? But when she says to me, well, not says to me, when that lady says, "Oh yeah, it's something like buying bags," well, duh, it's an item. It's, you know what I mean? Some people love shoes, some people love bags, some people love hats, some people love jerseys, people love cars. Like, it's just a hobby. So the fact that she had to, like, I don't know if it's like she had to think about saying it, or if she just just picked it out of the hat and said, well, they say it's like buying bags. Duh, you idiot. Like, what's wrong with you? And then the other light-skinned girl, I know, Navinci, if you don't feel like the dark-skinned trying to bang up on these light-skinned ladies and stuff like that, light-skinned people, no. She got the beige problem, okay? You talking about you got bad dick from a guy who played video games? How old were you? How about that? I play video games all day. I got a child. I got a lovely wife. I ain't never disappointed my wife. So I don't know what they're talking about when it comes to that. Then the failed athlete thing, like, really? Okay, all you ladies out here buying suits, Fashion Nova, stop. Because some of y'all ain't fashion and y'all far from Nova. How about that? How about that? How about you don't have your booty cheeks hanging out when you got all this cellulite? And I'm not fat shaming. Don't get it twisted. I'm a fat boy. I'm just saying, how does it feel when somebody else tells you some ish that doesn't need to be said? It doesn't. So what if you had a field career? You're still with him. You called him a loser. So what does that make you? You know what I mean? Come on now. You know the saying, you lay with the dogs who have fleas, you get fleas, right? So don't be over here talking crazy. I don't know them. They don't know me. I don't really care. I just kind of feel like that type of smutting on the internet needs to be canceled. Like how they canceled my boy Pepe Le Pew. Bunch of weirdos. Anyways, go ahead, Da Vinci. I'll come back around. I'll circle the block. Don't worry.
Well, let me start off by saying both of you guys made high valued points, like absolutely. For me, is I'll start off with like basing sex off of a guy who plays video games it's quite ridiculous. It is quite ridiculous. And I'm gonna go and say, if you're a man, and like Sam referred to, if you're a man and you come home from work and you drop your bag or whatever and you jump on your video games for 8-7 hours, that's ridiculous, right? Okay, but if you're a man, just like me, I play video games. I love my damn video games. You know what I'm saying? But I'll never jump on a video game if I have something to do. You know, everything's got to get done and it's my time. I go on there, you know? But yeah, that stuff is ridiculous. And I think when it goes back to the whole thing was, ladies, they like bags. They like certain type of makeup, all these things. And I wouldn't have a problem with that, you know? I was like, okay, that's your thing. That's your hobby. I'm like, cool. You come to me, you ask me, oh, you like this one? No. I was like, no, that one is fire. That one sucks. You know? And then why you go from video games to jumping on athletes? And guys who play video games are all ex-athletes? Like, what's the logic? What's the sense you're trying to make? Where is it?
That the girl who mentioned about like, oh, like she hasn't had good sex from people who play video games. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, but she comes from a sex podcast. So I don't know if you guys actually watch this podcast, but she can relate pretty much anything or try to relate pretty much anything back to sex. I feel like that was just like her throwing it in there again. She's kind of one of those females who needs to consistently mention that, like, I have a lot of sex, or, you know, like she's just kind of like that. But no, I agree with both of you. Like, I don't really I feel like women, for the most part, we actually spend more time talking about things that men are not interested in at all. Like, realistically, you guys don't really care about half the shit that comes out of our mouth. Whether it's gossip or bags or makeup or my nails or whatever the case may be, So can we not extend the same courtesy that we expect our man to, like, yeah, babe, great nails. You know what I mean? To him, like, yo, I just lost this game. Oh, that sucks, babe. Do better next time. Like, can we not just give him a badge? I just feel like I don't want to nag on you all day. A man who is coming home to play a game 7 hours of the day is neglecting responsibility. And you have a bigger issue. The issue is not the video game. The issue is the man.
Yeah.
So
Now, I don't even care how long somebody come home and play video games. I don't even care about all that, because guess what? There's couples who play video games together. They both come home from work and they sit down for 4 or 5 hours in a day playing video games. They ain't got no children. Now, if you have children, you have other responsibilities, and you can't take care of those first before you play video game, then there's an issue. Okay? Let's just get that out.
You're going Hulk, man.
Huh?
You're going Hulk.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
See, I knew this was gonna happen, man. It's like, it's been doing this every once in a while, you know what I mean? Like, it's mad annoying and shit. But I lost train of thought because of that. Sorry about that, people. Right now there's something weird going on with my camera that makes me turn green, or my whole screen turn green. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, I just don't understand why there has to be this play video games, you're whack. Like, I don't think people realize nowadays having brains or doing something that you enjoy and maybe finding a way to profit off of it or become something of it is not a problem. It doesn't always have to be selling drugs or playing basketball, or, do you know what I mean? Some of these guys, they have streaming channels. They're making money off of just streaming for 4 or 5 hours a day. You know, they're building partnerships with certain companies, and I just don't get it. The hate that comes from them about it. You know what I mean? Like, it throws me off a lot. And I just wonder, like, is there a guy that they dated that probably gave them some good D, but they said it's me or the video game, and they chose the video game? Why they so burnt?
Hey, you never know if that could be. And hey, you could be right. It could be something of the past relationship, and but they choose to blame the video games, you know.
Instead of like what Sam said, right? It's the man, right? It's not the
Yeah.
video game, it's the man.
Right.
And another thing too, these grown ass men that can't afford these video games, I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody else, okay? If you have something that you enjoy and you want to do it, if you can't pay for it, then it's not for you. Simple. Your significant other, as much as they're there to help and do things, if you can't afford to buy your own video game console or your own computer, then maybe you should just stick to what you had before and keep it moving. But at the same token, if you do things like buy your wife purses or help, you know, expensive purses, then yeah, okay, I could understand you saying, hey, yo, you know, that Gucci bag was $1,200. This is only $7, like, you know what I mean? Re-up time. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it, because everybody's relationship is different. Do you know what I mean? Everybody does things differently. Sometimes, you know, Christmas, you know, people get bags or they get certain items that they really want that may be expensive, and they return the favor, and, you know, so on and so forth.
Well, like Sam referred to earlier in the pod here, is what's better? Your man is at home playing video games, and you're right next to him, and he's right there, or do you want him to go out and be spending this and going clubbing and all of these things? Like, what? You know, you could be like, hey, let me play with you a little bit, you know? And then for me too, it's like, you know, as this man right here, we could be sitting here, oh, my wife, my girlfriend, whatever, goes and get her nails done like twice a week, right? Twice a week. Or we could just look at it and simply, oh, that's her thing, you know? That's what makes her happy. That's her thing.
Exactly.
So I don't know. And for me, these three ladies, one of them wasn't so bad, but the other two, they just came out very ignorant. Because if everybody has a chance to go watch this episode, you can find this on YouTube. Because it's very popular on there. yeah, at the beginning when they were talking, and you know, they were talking some very just disturbing things too. You know, they're talking about Boxing Day and everything, and then what should they call it, and you know, like it's
Yeah,
just Boxing
the
Day.
Black Friday thing.
Yeah,
But you have to understand though, right? Like we're Canadian, they're American, so like at the end of the day, certain things that happen within the black community or the way certain black people feel in America is going to be totally different from us. Do you know what I mean? Because of their circumstances of what they've been through. So I understand that part. Like I'm not even gonna get on them about that. I just kind of felt like everything went left when they started talking about video games because the girl on the very end admitted that she played it when she had her daughter. She's like, it was just my little time. And like she wasn't even really bashing. I mean, she was the one that kind of tried to make sense of the whole thing by saying like it's a status thing, you know, having the new Galaxy phone, the new iPhone, the new Jordans. It's
Right.
just it's something that everybody does. I mean, you know, there's some girls that want to have the baddest nails, and maybe there's a style that comes out that ain't nobody rocking yet. They want to be the first one to rock it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of attention whore type of shit because, oh, look what I got. You know what I mean? You shouldn't really be trying to do things to impress others. You should be doing things to impress yourself. Not saying that that's not what people are doing, but you know what I mean? Just to put the context around it so that it's understood that, like, I'm not hating on them for their opinion. I'm just saying, you know, I think that maybe they are misguided in what they're saying, and they're doing it for shock value, which is all good. Get your money, boo boo. I'm not gonna be out here hating on nobody. You got to get your clickbait, but it's just kind of corny that two of them are hating on it, and the third one's kind of like she kind of stood her ground, but without really saying it. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah. So Sam, you mentioned earlier that you dated someone or still dating someone that video game. So I mean,
Yeah.
you want to like enlighten us on that?
He yeah, he plays his video games. Like he didn't run out and wait in line for a PS5 because the PS5 is just not important to him. But he plays his 2K. He does not miss a 2K. And like there have been times definitely where I feel like, okay, yo, you just got here. Can we just spend a little bit of time? But I also feel like I understand that this man just came from work and he needs time to unwind.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of person who feels like I need to nag you all day, every day about every little thing. And also, I have my own hobbies. So I don't need this man to be up under me all day. I'm going to sit here and read in this corner, and at the end of the couch, play your video game. You know, and there are days where, like, we'll play together. Like, I don't really play, like, I'm not going to play 2K with you because I'm just not good at it. So just enjoy your game. But, like, I'll sit here, I'll play Mortal Kombat or something like that with him. We don't have any issues about video games. Like I said, I feel like it's, if that's the problem is the man. The problem is you, and the problem is the man. I think like I feel like a lot of it is like setting your relationship up to meet social media standards.
Yeah.
So like social media tells you that a successful man doesn't play video games and he comes home and he spends all his time with his girl and whatever the case may be, or like you have to have the latest thing, or maybe that's just his hobby. He's been playing video games since he was 7. Like maybe he just likes video games. I don't know. I don't personally get it because I'm not like that. Like I'm not the type of person who feels like, oh, I don't want him to play video games, and I don't want him to. No, I want him to have his own interests. I want him to do his own thing, and I want to know that that nigga is at home. If he's not with me, he's at home or he is at work. That is a blessing. Like, but these are the same women I feel like who will complain about how like men ain't shit or whatever. So when you have a man who's on road, who's not sitting at home playing video games, you complain. When you have a man who's at home playing video games, doing his own thing in your presence, you complain.
Yeah.
That's why you don't keep that man.
That's some serious facts. That
Hey,
is.
Thank you. Thank you. And I know there's over 1 million women just like Sam. You understand? If you like the bags, you like Gucci and Prada, I like Call of Duty and 2K. One is $70, the other is $700. If you're going to complain about something that is sucking the financial strength out of your soul, not $70. I mean, nowadays you can't get a hoodie for no less than 60. So really, it's just market value. But
Yeah.
that purse that you buy that you might rip or, you know, might get stolen, that's $7 billion. Sometimes they're, you know, that's why I got so upset about that whole Birkin bag thing. I don't care that she was talking to rich men. Okay, I don't care if she's talking to rich black men or she was talking to rich men, period.
Right.
My love should not come with a Birkin bag. Plus, we live in a world right now where I think people are trying to turn things back to 1965. Women are independent. If they want to be a stay-at-home wife, be a stay-at-home wife. You want to get your money, come out here and come out here in the jungle and get your kills, lioness. But this weird thing that's going on where people are thinking, no, I can just be me, be nice, and I should get paid. Attention horse. Like, it's just disgusting. Everybody's out for the juice now. I mean, that's an old word, so you can call me an old foot. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They out here for the juice. They want the clicks. Everybody's trying to 6ix9ine it. You know what I mean? Fake it till they make it. It's not a good look.
Well, I agree with you. And Sam, like, whew, you bullet, you blazed that up when you were speaking earlier. Like, that was so on point. And one of the key thing you said was, if a man is working hard and he comes on, right, don't be all up in his face, you know? Just like, key word, just let him unwind, you know? Let him do his thing, because I think in a lot of relationships, I personally witnessed that. A man will probably work 12 hours and he comes home, you know, he just had a shower. He just wants to, you know, unwind, just relax, you know, but the significant other is, you know, just all up in his grill. And then, you know, obviously for a while it boils over, you know. And listen, man, if you're getting a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 for status, you're gaming for the wrong reason, man. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. If you're gonna get one of those, you're just gonna get one of those because it's a passion, it's a joy, it's something you love to do, it's a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But I just think I'm gonna say these two ladies, they just, I don't know where they're speaking from, bad experience or what, or
it has to be bad experience. Like, you can't form an opinion just because somebody told you. A lot of times people form their opinions due to the fact of their experience. It may be a little bit, maybe a lot. And I mean, you know, the one girl that Sammy says she has sex a lot. I mean, maybe she's had sex with a bunch of guys when she was younger that played video games. And all they want to do is play video games because they're young men and maybe they weren't just interested in girls like that at that point in time in that capacity.
Okay, so let me ask you guys
maybe
something.
she got some whack ass pussy, bro. Like, I can't even act as if, you know what I mean? Like, it's supposed to be something that people don't realize. Like, some niggas come with good dick, some niggas come with bad dick, some girls come with bomb pussy, other girls come with no pussy. Like, you call it pussy, you know what I'm saying?
This is why I got a question, or however you want to take it, right? So now, let's say, as a man, you have a wife, or in different scenarios, right? Wife, girlfriend, or whatever. And every man just jump off and say, she can't be a good girlfriend, she can't be a good wife because she don't know how to cook. Isn't that crazy nonsense? You can be a great girlfriend and a great wife and you don't know how to cook.
No, I don't think that's crazy. I don't think that's crazy. I think if you cannot cook, you cannot provide for you, which means you are not whole. And when you come to the table in a relationship, you have to be whole. We're not two halves trying to be one whole. So if you cannot provide for yourself, you cannot provide basic sustenance. How will you feed my child? How will you feed yourself? How will you feed me? So to me, I feel like you're looking at me now to be able to do all of that. I'm supposed to cook, I'm supposed to take you to dinner all the time. I'm not doing that for you because you can't do for you.
So what you're saying, Famo, is that men and women should be able to cook like that. Like, I'm just using it as
100%. Yeah, no, 100%.
Both of them should be able to cook. Both of them should be able to clean. Both of them should be able to provide for themselves, so that when you become one,
Yeah.
that it's plentiful. It's not.
Yeah, or you have no business being in this relationship.
Yeah. Or when you both can share the same load, it's balanced and it's less work and it's just easy,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
of course, definitely. I mean, and to elaborate on that more, it's like, me being married for as long as I've been married, like, trust me, I never thought of being married. I thought of having kids, but marriage, I was like, nah, son, that's for the birds. Being married for as long as I've been married for, there's nothing wrong with it. It's the same thing, man. Like, people, it's just a paper, and for some people, you know what I mean, it's breaking cycles, you know what I mean, which is labels, like, I feel like me and my brothers are bastards. So I said, I want to have my daughter, being married. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying being a bastard is crazy or something. And I'm not even trying to say that word so much. I'm just using a negative connotation for something. Do you know what I mean? Where, like, it's like, oh my God, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hold on, sorry to cut you off, but that's one word I hate. When it refers to someone as a child, a bastard, I hate that word.
I understand, but I'm not trying to be politically correct. I'm just trying to be honest in what I'm trying to say and explain it the way best I can, right? Because I'm not no scholar. I'm not up here talking about I'm a wordsmith. I just understand things, and I have an experience level of experience many things in my life where I can speak on a lot of stuff and just be like, yeah, it's crazy to think that people, like, women want a guy who makes 100K, abs. Not all, but I'm just saying, like, abs, drives a fast car, everybody loves him. But yet they don't do none of that for themselves. They just expect that, hey, I just showed up, like, boom, I put the pussy on the platter, what's up? But it don't work like that. And in certain cases, some women work so hard to be above their partner that they end up without a partner because their asking price is too high.
What do you mean?
Okay. So I seen the Kevin dude. What's his face that was flaming that girl that does his show? I'm trying to remember his name. Oh man.
Oh.
Fabo's face, turn up. No, all I'm saying is he had a little bit of truth there. She makes 100K. Do you know what I mean? She's doing all these great things. She has everything in order, but yet she wants a guy that's over $2 million. Well, you're only at 100K.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you know what I mean? It's not even so much he's looking down on her, but it's like, for her to catch somebody like that, it's not impossible, but she gonna have to work extra hard for that. Do you see what I'm saying?
Well,
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with her success. The problem is she has her success and she's not trying to meet somebody at that level. She's trying to go 5 levels higher. When, we both just talked about, I have something I can provide, you have something you can provide, and then now we come together and build. We become one. We're building. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying for her to go grab some guy that's making 50K a year, but get somebody 100, 120K, I'm not saying don't aim for the moon, but just don't be upset when you don't get the results you want. Because
aim for your moon. Aim for the moon that suits you, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, but this also ties back to these girls when they're talking about the video games and stuff. I mean, like, when you're teaching that and you're putting these lessons in young girls, young girls' mind, all the Birkin bags and the way they're describing the video games and all these things. And what you were just saying, King, aiming too high. When you're aiming for that, are you really aiming for a partner that you can bond with and you can build with and have deep connection? Or are you just aiming for status? Are you aiming for wealth or what he can buy you, what you can show off and all of these things?
I feel like they're aiming for validation, because to me, the only reason why you would want, like, if you can buy it yourself, like if you're going out and buying Birkin bags for yourself, then I understand 100%. You need somebody who's on the same tier as you, right?
That's all I'm saying. I'm not even like, fam, because I can see you getting agitated. I'm not saying that they shouldn't aim for something high.
No, I agree with that. I
You know,
don't
you
like
have to be
him,
realistic.
but I
You have
agree
to
with
be
that.
realistic with yourself and life. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
if you have Bill Gates money, then you can do Bill Gates things.
Mhm.
But if you ain't got Bill Gates money, humble yourself, figure out what level you're on, and build. So you can get that Bill Gates level. You know what I mean? If you want to have FU money, you can't just come out here looking for it. You gotta get it.
yeah, 100%. I think like I said, if that's what's interesting to you, if that's what you want and that's what you do for yourself, then I wouldn't see an issue with meeting somebody and expecting some level of similarity and maintenance, right? But I wouldn't say like to me, I feel like anybody who like you're just a regular girl. You're and not regular in a bad way. Like I'm a regular girl. I don't need Chanel bags and I don't care about that. But if now I'm looking for a guy who could buy me all the Louis bags, all the Chanel, all the Balenciagas. For what? I didn't buy it for myself because it's not important to me, right?
Mhm.
But I feel like if you're looking for those things, it's so that what you could post it on social media, like me and Bay, look what he got me today, like
Mm-hmm.
because I don't really see many women who are like not interested in social media that don't buy those things for themselves that are craving some man to do it for them. I feel like it's typically so that they can post it and
Yeah.
they can have some type of like they want to be somebody's relationship goals, but their relationship has no foundation. That makes no sense.
Well, you make a very, very good point there because on social media now you see a lot of things and exactly what you're talking about. You see these things and then you see somebody post something and then you see in the comments he's like, "Whoa, relationship goals." That's
Yeah.
like boom, 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 relationship goals. Like, so do you really think is their relationship that good or is their relationship based off high end things and
The
content?
relationship is camera ready.
Yeah. Facts.
I'm gonna steal that
Facts.
one, fam. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I said I'm gonna steal that one, fam. Camera ready, huh?
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? There's certain people out here camera ready on the
Yeah.
regular. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Because if I buy something all the time, there's a lot of times I buy things, and the last thing I'm thinking about is posting on social media.
Exactly.
Like not everybody needs to know. And then the thing is too, it's like you buying it, and before you even buy it, you post it.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like everybody's looking for some type of validation, some type of like I said, like I feel like social media tries to tell people now, like this is what you should be like. Oh, if you're gonna be with a man, this is how he should be. This is what your relationship should look like. Realistically, those people behind closed doors, most of the time, they hate each other. They hate each other. Like
Or they're doing some crazy ish. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
at the end of the day, man, I'm not on here to judge these people. I'm just hoping that they can set the record straight for the youth. And it's not their job to do it, but it's just like you put out what you get. And if you're gonna
Yo,
be out here talking about Louis this, Louis that, it's just like nowadays with rap, like rap ain't got no message anymore, fam. Everything is the same.
Okay.
It's the same.
it's not their job. I completely agree with you on that. But it is so hard to keep your young ones away from this, because it's all in their face and stuff. And that's why me and you have discussed this before, King, when we say nowadays, for you to be a parent and for you to be a really good parent and raise your kids to have, because a lot of people confuse being raised right as in, oh, if you raise right, you're not supposed to smoke, you're not supposed to drink. Nah, man. Being raised right is having human values, humanity, respect, manners, And I think, and I said to you before, King, and we both agree, you got to do triple overtime now as a parent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, hey, social media is out here raising people's kids.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that they shouldn't have social media accounts. I'm just saying,
What age are you talking about though?
I'd probably say like 12 and up. You know what I mean? Like, music, everything. Like everything just seems to be going so left. And I'm not talking politically left. I'm talking about like what's going on here left. Like this is what it is now. I'm used to hearing messages in music. I'm used to understanding stories or, watching, a movie play or hearing a movie play out in music. You don't hear that anymore. The last time I heard something that was like a motion picture, and I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, whatever, crazy, but it was the autobiography of Kirk Jones by Sticky Fingers. He literally made a whole album that was like a movie back front to back. You know what I mean? But I know that's old for a lot of these people, but yeah, it's just the same turn up music. Yeah, Molly Percocet. Molly Percocet. And you know what's messed up? Future don't even do the drugs he's talking about.
Hey, but hold on, man. That's the thing, though. A lot of these guys don't do anything they're talking about.
No, listen, hold on. I hate disclaimer here. I'm not telling you to go out here and kill people and be a drug dealer or whatever. I'm saying, tell me about you. Tell me your life. Tell me your story. Kendrick Lamar to me is one of the dopest rappers because he's not a gangbanger. He's a regular old kid. You know what I mean? In a mad city. Yeah, he's got gang ties and all that, but he's not. You never hear about him ganging it or none of that bullshit. And he makes good music. J. Cole is not a gangbanger. He makes wonderful music. Chance the Rapper's not a gangbanger. He makes good music. Like, you can find music that has a purpose and meaning. That's what music's for. It's not just supposed to be a bunch of drums and, a bunch of yakety smackety and shit. Like, it's crazy. And I feel these girls, they fall into that same category. I'm like, you hating on somebody for playing a video game and then you're trying to say that they're failed athletes, but I mean, is that your hair? Who paid for that? You know what I mean? Them your nails? Who paid for that?
Well, I was really caught off guard when they start with the failed athletes and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of people out here trying to be athletes, and sometimes they're good, but guess what? Sometimes there's just another person that's better than them.
But what's a failed athlete though? Because the last time I checked, people still play sports for fun. People pay to play sports. So what's a failed athlete?
But you make a valid point here. What's a failed athlete, and what's wrong with playing video games? Because some of the biggest athletes in the world game all the damn time.
They play video games. It's crazy.
Some of them have their own stream, their own channel, all of these things.
Yo, Leonard just got freaking almost pretty much kicked out of the NBA for saying a word I won't repeat. But yeah, he was on the live stream and he plays for the Miami Heat, right? Yeah. And he said some stuff about Jewish people that I won't repeat. But yeah, you know what I mean? And I think he had like a 10,000 people or something like that watching him or something like that.
Yeah, because he's part of that crazy game clan, whatever, FaZe clan or whatever. So
yeah, you see what I'm saying? So it's just crazy though. But yeah, Famo, is there anything else you want to add to this? Anything else on your mind?
Me?
Yes.
No, I don't think so. Like I said, like I'm pretty familiar with the three women who are on that podcast. I think it was a pretty ignorant conversation overall. And I don't think that you should prohibit the person that you're with from doing what they want to do. I feel like that's super toxic to me. Like, yo, as long as you're not out here like cheating and doing all types of foolishness, I support you. You want to play your video games all day? I support you. Okay. Mm-hmm. Other than that, like, I don't think that they necessarily went about that conversation in the right way.
Okay. Do you feel that I'm bashing them too hard?
No, I wasn't under attack. I'm not a man, you know what I mean?
I'm not under attack.
No, but I just mean like even who they were referring to, I'm not a man and I do not play video games. But I feel like you said, the messaging to the people who are watching this podcast, which I think is mostly like females, whatever. I feel like it wasn't necessarily a good message. Because now, like, if I'm one of those people who is influenced by social media and influenced by what I hear in a podcast by who I consider an influencer, I'm looking at my man crazy right now. Meanwhile, he treats me well. He takes care of his responsibilities, whatever the case may be. Like, if I was to look at my man right now, like, just wild, like, oh, so you're just gonna sit there and play your games just because I heard Mandy and Bridget talk about this? No, that's crazy. So what? I'm gonna start a fight in my relationship based on that?
Wow.
I feel like a lot of people are so influenced by these people who they consider celebrity and whatever the case may be that, like, they will start that fight. They will look at it like, oh, is he the right one just because he's sitting here playing his 2K? No, like, that's wild.
Wow. I think that was amazingly summed up, because I agree with you. I can only imagine how many relationships that was perfectly fine before, but like you said, they look up to these ladies and they take every single word that they say, and they'll go bring that. Now, relationship was fine before, but
Exactly.
because they listen to these ladies now, they go and their man starts playing video games, and it's like, are you gonna do that all day? And he's like,
Yeah.
he'll look at you and be like, what? I just got on. We're like, what's up? So everything is different now. For me, it was such a wrong delivery, the message, and I think they should educate themselves more on, the whole video game, and like, seriously, like, just, you're allowed to have your hobby,
Yeah.
just, you can't hate on your significant other's hobby or whatever, even if you're not really interested in it. Just think about how it makes her feel and how it makes him feel, and oh.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I just say don't throw rocks and hide your hands. Even though they didn't really hide their hands, I just feel like they tried to hide their hands because it's like, you like nice stuff too, don't you? I mean, they were just talking about Boxing Day. I heard a few comments about, yeah, I'll go get stuff after I order or whatever. I don't even show up out, you know what I mean? Whatever the case is, but you have to like nice things. They're not wearing dusty clothes. They're wearing proper clothes. So you're telling me there's something you don't like? So you like it, but you're expecting everybody to like it. Your significant other, your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad. Really? But I'm off that. Anyways, yet again, thank you to my fam on Sam. Thank you for coming through. It was great talking about this. You know who it be. It's your boy Kiki Crush Glass and Manila.
Yeah, that's your boy Navinci. Thanks to Sam, because she came in here and dropped some gems, and like, she dropped some real gems on how you should do your relationship, man, or how you should look you should be on certain things. So thanks for coming on, Sam.
Thanks for having me, guys.
For sure. All right, man. Catch y'all next time.